Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tan Kim Leong. I'm the chairman of IOI Properties Group Berhad and also chairman of this AGM. On behalf of the board, I would like to welcome you to the 13th AGM of IOI Properties Group Berhad, which is held in compliance with Section 327 of the Companies Act 2016 and Article 60 of the Company's Constitution. The conduct of this hybrid AGM is also in accordance with the guidance notes on the conduct of general meetings for listed vehicles issuers issued by the Security Commission Malaysia. This year, the board has decided for the 13th AGM to be conducted both physically and virtually in order to allow effective engagement with our shareholders. However, in the interest of public health and safety, shareholders or proxies experiencing symptoms such as sore throat, fever, flu, cough, or shortness of breath are strongly encouraged to participate via the remote participation and electronic voting facilities instead of attending in person. I wish to thank the shareholders and proxy holders present in person and those participating virtually at this 13th AGM and your continuous support for the company. We are pleased to be able to connect with you and answer any queries that you may have relating to the company and the agenda for today's meeting. Before we proceed with the business of this AGM, I will explain the conduct of the meeting today. We will start by putting forth all the resolutions. After all agenda items have been tabled, we will proceed to present our responses to the queries received from the Employees Provident Fund and Pemodalan Nasional Berhad. After that, we will move on to the Q&A session to address questions related to the agenda items and resolution table for approval at this meeting. We will first address questions from online meeting platform, followed by questions from the on-site shareholders. The voting session will be open at a time which I will announce later during this meeting. Once the voting session is open, you may vote at any time during the meeting proceedings until the completion of the Q&A session. We will make every effort to address all questions submitted to us. For questions which are related or similar in nature, we will group the questions and provide a single response. For shareholders and proxy holders present at the physical meeting venue today, kindly ensure that your mobile phone are switched to silent mode. This is to ensure proceeding at this meeting smoothly. We kindly remind shareholders and proxies that photography, video, and audio recording during this meeting are not permitted. An official video recording of the AGM, however, will be made available on our website for public viewing after the event. As mentioned in our administrative guide, only shareholders who attend this meeting, either physically or virtually, are eligible to receive Touch and Go e-wallet credits. The Touch and Go e-wallet reload pins will be emailed to all eligible shareholders within 15 business days from today. For walk-in shareholders who did not pre-register through the Boardroom Smart Investor Portal, kindly ensure that you have provided valid email address. to our administration and polling agent at the registration desk. We also wish to highlight that in case of emergency, on-site shareholders may evacuate this ballroom to the exits on your left. To ensure it's familiar with the necessary procedure, please take a moment to watch the following video, which explains the evacuation process and steps to be followed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lee Meridian Hotel Putrajaya. I'm the safety officer of this hotel, and please allow me to take 3 minutes of your time to brief on the emergency procedures of this hotel. You are currently at Millennium Ballroom Level 1. In the event of fire or any other emergencies, you will hear a continuous alarm bell followed by an announcement from our public addressing system. In the event if it's a real alarm, then an evacuation announcement will be made throughout the hotel. Even if it's a false alarm, an announcement will be made informing that it is a false alarm. Please do not panic, do not run, do not use lift, and do not use the elevators. Stay calm as the hotel's trained emergency response team will immediately take charge of the situation and will direct you to the nearest emergency staircase. Our fire exits are clearly marked throughout the hotel, and there are 2 fire exit staircases which is located outside of this meeting room. Once reaching the staircase, walk down to the ground floor and exit out of this building through the main glass door. Our hotel emergency response team then will direct you to the assembly area, which is located about 80 meters away from the hotel lobby. For your information, the nearest fire station is located in Cyberjaya, which will take about 15 minutes to reach in case of emergency. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-smoking building. However, there is a designated area outside of lobby of this hotel for those who wish to smoke. Also be informed that the prayer room is located in level 1 and the nearest clinic is in IOI shopping mall level 2 west wing. The hotel do have safety equipments available such as wheelchair, stretcher, crutches, and first aid kit, and please do reach out to us if the need arises. Last but not least, we do not have a fire drill exercise today, and therefore have a pleasant day ahead. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before proceeding with the agenda for today's AGM, let me introduce my fellow directors and members of the senior management sitting on the stage today. Seated with me on the first row at this meeting venue, starting from my far left, are our independent, non-executive director, Datin Jenny Lim Lai Ling, Mr. Chan Charlin, and Ms. Shirley Goh. Next to them is Mr. Lee Yao Singh, our Group Chief Executive Officer. On my immediate right, we have Mr. Chi Ban Tak, our Company Secretary, followed by Dr. Tan Kim Hyong, our non-independent director. Seated next to him is Ms. Lee Ai Ling, our independent director. On my far right, we have Dato Tan Tien Thai, independent director, and beside him is Dato Lee Yao Cho, our non-independent director. On the second row, starting from my left, we have Ms. Michelle Shen, our Group Financial Controller. Next to her is Mr. Liao Wing Xiong, our Group Chief Financial Officer. In the middle is Mr. Chris Chong Wen Fui, our Chief Operating Officer, Property Investment, followed by Mr. Teh Jing Wan, our Group Chief Operating Officer, Property Development. Last but not least, we have Mr. Lim Beng Yan, our Chief Operating Officer, Property Development, Southern Region. Joining this AGM remotely, we have Independent Non-Executive Director, Mr. Lim Sim Singh. Our Chief Executive Officer, Singapore, Ms. Laurencia Sao Ching. And our Managing Director, Asset Management Singapore, Mr. David William Thibault. Also present at today's AGM are Dato' Teng Bee Han, the Group Engagement Leader, and Mr. Wong Ding Yen, the Engagement Partner from PwC. I shall now call upon the Company Secretary to confirm if there is a quorum to proceed with today's meeting.
Thank you, Dr. Tan, Chairman. I wish to inform that under Article 65 of the company's constitution, the quorum necessary for the transaction of business at a general meeting shall be 2 members present personally or by proxy or by corporate representative are entitled to vote. I wish to inform that the registered attendees is 871, representing about 4.034 billion shares. With that, I wish to inform, I'm pleased to confirm that present at the requisite quorum at the commencement of this meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chi. I shall now call the meeting to order. Ladies and gentlemen, the notice of AGM has been issued and published within the stipulated time and advertised in the Star newspaper. If there are no objections, we shall take the notice as read. Ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with the requirement of the main market listing requirement of Bursa Malaysia, all the resolutions to be tabled today will be voted on by poll. In my capacity as chairman of the meeting, I hereby request a poll be taken on all the resolutions to be tabled at this meeting pursuant to Article 73 of the company's constitutions and paragraph 8.29a of the listing requirement of Bursa Malaysia. Please also note that in my capacity as chairman of the meeting, I have been appointed as a proxy by some shareholders, and I'll be voting in accordance with their instruction. Our administration and polling agent, Boardroom Share Registrar Sindiran Berhad, will conduct the electronic polling, while Quantigic Services Sindiran Berhad will act as independent scrutineer to validate the votes cast at this meeting. We shall now play a video to explain to you the voting procedure and the functions available within a Boardroom Smart Investor Portal.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for participating in today's meeting and voting procedure. The poll administrator for today's voting is Boardroom Share Registrars, and representatives from the scrutineers will also be present to monitor the polling process. As this is a hybrid meeting, voting will be conducted via an online platform that allows both physical and virtual attendees to cast their votes using their own smartphones or tablets, or at designated polling kiosks if you are unable to use your personal device. Physical attendees should scan the QR code provided on their instruction slip, while virtual attendees may access the meeting and voting platform via the link sent to their registered email. Enter the 12-digit meeting ID shown on your screen to join the meeting. Review and accept the terms and conditions. Log in using your username and password as shown on your instruction slip. To vote, navigate to the voting tab on the left side of the screen, or at the bottom of the screen if you are using a smartphone. The resolutions and voting choices will be displayed. Select your voting direction from the options shown on the screen, for or against. A confirmation message will appear once your vote is received. If you wish to cancel your vote, please press cancel. To change your vote, simply select another direction. If you are unable to use your smartphone or tablet to vote, you may proceed to the polling kiosk area to cast your vote. Present your personalized voting instruction slip with the 2D barcode issued during registration. At the polling kiosk, scan the 2D barcode. Your details, the resolutions, and the voting choices will be displayed on the screen. Select your voting direction from the options shown on the screen, for or against. If you wish to cancel your vote, please press Clear All. To change your vote, simply select another direction. Once you have selected your voting direction, click Next. Your voting summary will appear and press the Submit button to submit your votes. A confirmation message will appear to show your vote has been received. Voting will commence once the chairman declares the poll open. You may cast your vote at any time until the voting session ends. If you require assistance, for physical attendees you may approach any usher station throughout the venue, while virtual attendees can contact the boardroom help desk at 0378904700 or email us at bsr.helpdesk@boardroomlimited.com. Thank you and have a pleasant day.
The voting period is now open for you to cast your votes. Please note that voting can be done at any time during the meeting proceedings until the end of the Q&A session. As for the submission of questions, shareholders and proxy holders tuning in online may submit your questions throughout this AGM by clicking the messaging icon featured at the meeting platform. Questions can be submitted at any time until the announcement of the closure of Q&A session. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present our group's financial performance for the financial year ended 30th of June 2025. Allow me to invite our group CFO, Mr. Liao Wing Xiong, to give his presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Chairman. A very good morning, distinguished shareholders, board members, colleagues, and guests. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 13th Annual General Meeting of IOI Properties Group. My name is Liao Wing Xiong, and as the Group Chief Financial Officer, I will present an overall review of our performance for the financial year ended 30th June 2025 and share our outlook for the year ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move into a financial review, allow me to begin an overview of IOI Properties Group. As of 31st October 2025, IOI Properties Group stands as the largest property company listed on Bursa Malaysia with a market capitalization of about RM 11.56 billion. Our group operates through three core business segments: property development, property investment, hospitality, and leisure. Together, these three pillars form a strong and balanced business model which enable us to deliver consistent value and navigate market cycles effectively. Today, our presence spans across Malaysia, Singapore, and China, reflecting a strong regional footprint and diversified earning base. Our trusted vision is simple yet powerful: to be trusted to deliver, trusted to innovate, trusted to empower and build sustainable communities. These aspirations are underpinned by our core value as stated. In essence, our Properties Group is built on trust, strengthened by diversification, and driven by long-term vision to create enduring value for our shareholders, our customers, our employees, our lenders, and community we serve. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to now share the group's financial highlights for the financial year ended June 2025. Despite the heightened macroeconomic uncertainties and challenging environment, our Properties Group has demonstrated remarkable resilience and adaptability. In FY 2025, IOI Properties Group delivered a 4% growth in total revenue to RM 3.06 billion, supported by stronger performance from the property investment, hospitality, and leisure segments. While we have this stronger operation performance, our profit before tax declined by 37% to RM 1.45 billion, and profit attributable to shareholders stood at RM 1.06 billion. This is primarily due to moderate fair value gains on investment properties and higher interest expenses following the completion of IOI Centre Boulevard Towers. One of the most significant milestones this year was our record dividend payout of 8 cents per share, amounting to RM 440 million. This underscores our confidence in the group's financial strength and our dedication to rewarding our shareholders. Our balance sheet remains resilient, with our cash and bank balance increased by 12% year-on-year to RM 2.49 billion, supported by healthy operating cash flows. This is crucial, as it provided additional financial flexibility to support our ongoing projects and acquisition. Total borrowings increased slightly to RM 19.6 billion, mainly to fund strategic acquisition and ongoing developments. Our net gearing ratio is manageable at 0.7 times, reflecting prudent financial management and a solid equity base supported by fair value gain on investment property. At the same time, our net assets per share strengthened to RM 4.44, underpinned by fair value gain on investment properties and sustained profitability across our recurring income segment. Together, these indicators reflect IOI Property Group's solid capital structure and mark a strategic shift in our earning profile, with recurring income from property investment, hospitality, and leisure. This provides a strong foundation that enables us to pursue long-term growth while delivering consistent value to our shareholders. On this slide, we look at our revenue contribution by business segment. In FY 2025, the group recorded marginal overall revenue growth of 4%, driven by a strong trajectory in our recurring income segment of property investment, hospitality, and leisure. Property development remained the largest contributor to group revenue at 54%, compared to 69% in FY 2024. The decline of about 18% in revenue was mainly due to the absence of local land sales that had lifted FY 2024 performance. Nonetheless, the segment continued to deliver steady incomes from our ongoing township and mixed-use developments across Malaysia, Singapore, and China. Property investment, on the other hand, demonstrated remarkable growth. Its contribution to group revenue rose from 22% in FY 2024 to 31% in FY 2025, representing a 46% increase in segmental revenue. This was primarily driven by the full-year performance of IOI Centre Boulevard Towers, the strong momentum of IOI City Mall, and the addition of IOI Mall Damansara, which further expanded our recurring rental income base. Meanwhile, the hospitality and leisure segment recorded an outstanding 67% year-on-year revenue growth, with its contribution to group revenue rising from 9% in FY 2024 to 15% in FY 2025. The improved performance was supported by new additions such as Moxie Hotel, WKL, Courtyard by Marriott Penang, and Sheraton Grand Xiamen Jimei, as well as the reopening of the refurbished Putrajaya Marriott Hotel. Overall, the shift in revenue mix from 69% development-based income in FY 2024 to 46% recurring income in FY 2025 marks a significant transformation in the group's earning profile. This transformational shift is strategic to the earnings profile to be more balanced in strengthening the stability and position IOI Properties Group for more sustainable long-term growth. Moving on to the group's operating profit performance by business segment. FY 2025 marked a year of strong operational improvement across all core divisions. The group's total operating profit grew by 41% compared to FY 2024, driven mainly by the robust performance of our property investment, hospitality, and leisure segments. Our property development segment recorded a modest increase in operating profit despite lower revenue. The improvement was supported by a shift in product mix for projects contributing higher margins, focusing on higher margin developments and effective cost management. Our property investment segment delivered a 49% surge in operating profit in tandem with its 46% growth in revenue. This strong performance was driven by the full-year contribution from IOI Centre Boulevard Towers, robust result from the IOI City Mall, and the addition of IOI Mall Damansara. As a result, property investment became the group's largest operating profit contributor in FY 2025, accounting for 49% of total operating profit, compared with 47% in FY 2024. The hospitality and leisure segment also posted a sharp turnaround, with a strong rebound in tourism and the addition of new hotels lifted its performance significantly. The segment's operating profit improved in line with the 67% increase in revenue, aided by better operating efficiency and the absence of one-off depreciation and asset write-offs that had affected the FY 2024 results. Overall, this solid operation performance helped strengthen the group's underlying earning quality. However, profit before tax declined by 37% to RM 1.45 billion. This is mainly due to the moderate fair value gains on investment properties, compared with the prior years and higher interest expenses arising from the completion of IOI Centre Boulevard Towers. In summary, while moderate fair value gains and financing costs affected the headline profit, our underlying operation performance strengthened meaningfully, driven by the growing contribution from our recurring income segment and the resilience of our diversified business model. Allow me now to touch on the group's cash flow and the financial management. As at 30th June 2025, IOI Properties Group's total borrowing stood at RM 19.6 billion, a slightly increase from 19.2 billion in the previous year. The higher borrowings were primarily to fund strategic acquisition and key developments, namely IOI Mall Damansara, WKL, Courtyard by Marriott Penang, and the ongoing Marina View projects in Singapore. It is important to note that a significant portion of our borrowings, around RM 8.9 billion for IOI Centre Boulevard Towers and RM 6.5 billion for Marina View, is denominated in Singapore dollars. These borrowings are effective match against our Singapore assets that generate income, providing a natural currency hedge. Our cash and bank balance increased by 12% year-on-year, supported by strong operation cash flow and also the proceeds from the redemption of preference share in a joint venture. This improvement reflects our disciplined cash management and ability to generate healthy internal funds despite a high investment year. We maintain a net gearing ratio of 0.7 times, consistent with the previous year. This is underpinned by enlarged equity base and fair value gains on investment property. Our borrowing to total asset ratio remained at a healthy 0.42 times, well within the prudent levels. In summary, IOI Properties Group continue to uphold a strong and balanced capital structure, maintaining liquidity, managing the leverage prudently, and ensuring financial flexibility to support our long-term growth and recurring income strategy. Let's move on to our property development inventories position. IOI Properties Group continue to manage its inventory strategically. In FY 2025, our completed inventory declined by 34% to RM 1.27 billion, down from a peak of 3 billion in FY 2022. This reduction was mainly driven by a strong clearance of completed units in the Klang Valley and China. As of 30th June 2025, out of the total inventories, Malaysia accounts for 65%, while China represents the remaining 35%, reflecting the group's strong progress in monetizing completed stock across both markets. As at FY 2025, IOI Properties Group holds an active land bank of 5,016 acres, with a potential gross development value of RM 64.9 billion, providing strong visibility for our future growth. Our land bank is strategically located with key holdings across the Klang Valley and Johor, as well as Singapore. This geographical spread allows us to capture opportunities across residential, commercial, industry, and mixed-use markets. On a particular note, our substantial land bank in Johor, which is located within strategic growth areas such as Kulai, now part of the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone. This positions IOI Properties to capture significant upside from rising cross-border investment, industry expansion, and increased economic activity between Johor and Singapore. Beyond the active portfolio, the group also retains a future land reserve of approximately 3,002 acres in areas such as Kamat, Malacca, and Pahang, which will support long-term expansion when market conditions are right. Our FY 2025 was an eventful and transformative year for IOI Properties Group. marked by key developments that strengthen our regional presence and recurring income base. In Malaysia, the closed Puchong Financial Corporate Center, PFCC, houses Malaysia's first and biggest semiconductor integrated circuit design park at 60,000 square feet. The group unveiled the 100-acre IOI Rio City Master Plan featuring the upcoming IOI Rio Mall. We also expanded our retail footprint through the acquisition of Tropicana Gardens Mall and introduced the IOI Industry Park series to strengthen our industry portfolio. In Singapore, we achieved the final phase TOP occupation permit for IOI Center Purawat Towers, attending strong tenant commitments, and begin private review for W Resident Marina View, our flagship luxury project, as well as completed the strategic acquisition of the remaining stake of CDL in South Beach on 1st September 2025. Meanwhile, our hospitality division celebrated the grand opening of Sheraton Grand Xiamen Jimei and the relaunch of Putrajaya Marriott Hotel. Together, all these milestones underscore our strategic focus on expansion, diversification, and sustainable growth across all key segments. FY 2025 was a proud year for IOI Properties Group, as our commitment to excellence and sustainability received strong industry recognition with multiple prestigious industry awards. At the Malaysia Developer Awards 2025, we were honored to be ranked first in the top of the chart category for companies with a market cap above RM 1 billion, also winning both the Best in Quantitative and Best in Qualitative awards, a green sweep for the top of the charts. In addition, IOI Properties received the Each Billion Ringgit Club Award for highest growth in profit after tax over 3 years in the property category, and the ESG Gold Award at the Each Malaysia ESG Awards 2025. We are very honored that IOI City Tower 1 and 2 achieved the Each Best Managed and Sustainable Property Gold Award, a reflection of our commitment to quality, operation excellence, and sustainable asset management. These accolades reflect not only our strong financial and operational performance, but also our unwavering dedication to innovation, quality, and sustainability on everything that we do. Sustainability remains at the core of IOI Properties Group business strategy, and FY 2025 marked another year of solid progress in our ESG journey. We maintain a strong Morgan Stanley Capital International MSCI ESG rating of AA and improved our FTSE Russia ESG score to 4.3 from 4.1 in FY 2024 out of 5, placing us among the top 3% of the global peers. Our commitment to green building excellence was reflected through Green Building Index certification for IOI City Mall Phase 2, now Malaysia's largest certified green mall, and also the Moxie Putrajaya, while IOI City Tower 1 and 2 achieved the silver rating upgrades. Beyond buildings, we planted over 2,100 trees, including the native species, and invested RM 12.8 million in community initiatives, benefit more than 2,300 individuals across our developments. These achievements show our commitment to sustainable growth, environmental stewardship, and creating long-term value for our stakeholders and communities. IOI Properties Group's retail portfolio comprises a total of 8 assets with a combined net lettable area of approximately 5.65 million square feet, anchored by 5 major malls: IOI City Mall, IOI Mall Puchong, IOI Mall Damansara, IOI Mall Gulai, and IOI Mall Xiamen, which collectively account for about 5.4 million square feet of net lettable area. IOI Properties Group's office investment portfolio comprises 6 prime assets across Malaysia, Singapore, and China, with a total net lettable area of approximately 4.43 million square feet. Our key assets, including IOI City Tower 1 and 2, Puchong Financial Corporate Center, IOI Center Purawat Towers, South Beach Tower in Singapore, and the IOI Business Park in Xiamen, China. In Singapore, our flagship developments, IOI Center Purawat Towers, achieved a significant milestone in FY 2025, with the final phase temporary occupation permit TOP obtained and a lease commitment rate rising sharply from 40% in FY 2024 to an impressive 94% as of September 2025. The towers are successfully attracted world-class tenants, including Amazon, and Morgan Stanley, who together occupy approximately 40% of the total net lettable area, alongside the leading international law firms, pharmaceutical companies, and technology enterprises. Strategically located in the Marina Bay Financial District, the premium Grade A development features sustainable design, offers exceptional connectivity and cutting-edge facilities, making it one of Singapore's most sought-after commercial address. IOI Centre Boulevard Towers now serve as a cornerstone of our recurring earning profile in Singapore. On 1st September 2025, IOI Properties Group completed the strategic acquisition of the 50.1% stake from CDL for South Beach, a land bank mixed-use development located in the heart of Singapore's business district. This acquisition provides the group with full ownership and management control over a heritage and world-class integrated asset, comprising Grade A offices, the JW Marriott Hotel Singapore South Beach, and retail spaces. The development is a rare and high-quality investment property in a prime location. And with full control, IOI Properties can now leverage its expertise in asset management to further optimize the operational efficiency, unlock value, and enhance the returns. Together with IOI Centre Boulevard Towers, South Beach elevates our profile as one of the major landlords of premium office and a prominent player in hospitality in Singapore, significantly strengthen our recurring income base and positioning IOI Properties Group as a key player in the Republic City's real estate landscape. IOI Properties Group's hotel portfolio now comprises 9 hotels with a total of 3,075 rooms spanning Malaysia, Singapore, and China. Our key properties include WKL, Lee Meridian Putrajaya, Moxie Putrajaya, Putrajaya Marriott Hotel, Palm Garden Hotel, Four Points by Sheraton Puchong, Courtyard by Marriott Penang, Sheraton Grand Xiamen Jimei, and the JW Marriott Hotel Singapore South Beach. Our leisure portfolio plays a vital role in enhancing the vibrancy of our retail malls and townships, offering lifestyle experiences that complement our integrated developments. We have 2 premier golf courses, the Palm Garden Golf Club in IOI Resort City Putrajaya and the IOI Palm Villa Golf and Country Resort in Kurai, Johor, alongside 6 key leisure attractions as featured. Let me now touch on our exciting flagship development in Singapore, Marina View. This mixed-use project is the first of its kind, featuring W Residences Marina View, comprising 683 luxurious branded residences and the 5-star W Singapore Marina View Hotel with 360 rooms, located in the heart of the Marina Bay Financial District. Rising 51 stories high, W Residences offers a range of 1 to 5 bedroom units and 3 exclusive penthouses, all managed by Marriott International and offering world-class amenities and services. Construction progress is on schedule, having reached the 16th floor as of September 2025. Following a series of private previews at the end of June through July, the public launch in October saw encouraging sales interest, supported by the improving sentiment in Singapore's prime residential market. The Singapore government initiative to transform business district into a vibrant, livable precinct with comprehensive amenities, together with the decline in solar, the Singapore overnight rate average is expected to further stimulate the demand. Marina View is poised to become a prestigious address and further enhance IOI Properties Group's value proposition as a developer of world-class high-end products and destinations. Looking ahead, the market environment in FY 2026 presents a cautiously optimistic outlook for IOI Properties Group. In Singapore, the declining solar interest rates are expected to reduce financing costs and revive property demand, which will benefit our ongoing developments such as W Residences Marina View and support rental stability across our commercial portfolio, namely the IOI Centre Boulevard Towers and South Beach. In Malaysia, government's continued focus on infrastructure, industry development, and the Visit Malaysia Year 2026 campaign, backed by a RM 700 million tourism allocation, is set to boost the hospitality sectors. Meanwhile, in Johor, the establishment of Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone and growing industry activities in Senai Kurai district present new opportunities to our township and industry developments. Overall, our Properties Group remains well positioned to capitalize on these positive market drivers, supported by our diversified portfolio and clear strategy for strategic long-term growth. As we look ahead, our IOI Properties Group strategic priorities are firmly anchored on 4 key drivers: expanding recurring income, leveraging industry growth opportunities, prioritizing ESG, and strengthening our financial resilience with future readiness. Our first priority is to grow recurring income by fully optimizing our investment property and hospital assets to create a steady and sustainable income stream that will support our long-term objective of establishing a potential REIT platform. Secondly, we will capitalize on the industry development momentum, particularly within the Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone, where our IOI Properties Group's well-located land bank in Kulai position us to attract high-value investors and logistic players. The launch of our Industry Park series marked a strategic step to strengthening income from the industry segment. Thirdly, we will continue to strategize our ESG commitment. We will build green projects and developments, reduce our carbon footprints, and deepen our engagement with local communities, ensuring sustainability remains at the core of how we brand, build, and operate. At the business segment level, for property development, our focus remains on market-driven launches and efficient inventory management while unlocking value from our prime land banks in the Grand Valley and Johor. For property investment, we will drive asset optimization across our retail and office portfolio in Malaysia, Singapore, and China. For hospitality and leisure, we aim to capture the upcoming tourism uplift from the Visit Malaysia year 2026 and strengthen the profitability through the brand innovation and service excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, our Properties Group stands on a strong foundation, a diversified portfolio, and clear strategic direction. With disciplined execution and a long-term vision, we are confident of delivering sustainable growth and enduring value for all our stakeholders. This concludes my presentation today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Liao. This year, we will also be providing a short update on our group's sustainability initiative and efforts. Without further ado, I'll invite our Head of Group Corporate Sustainability, Ms. Christine Ng, to share her presentation.
Good morning, and thank you, Dr. Chairman. Good morning also to the Board of Directors and our shareholders here today, and also those online. So today I will be focusing on the sustainability highlights for financial year 2025. I'm Christine Ng. I'm Head of Group Corporate Sustainability. Basically, before we start, I would just like to say that we have actually had a long journey for the past 9 years, and therefore we have also been receiving recognition, and I would basically for these achievements that we've had, and I would start with the first slide that would show how these achievements actually reflect the ESG performance for IOI Properties Group. So we are actually on the FTSE4Good index with an IPG score of 4.3 out of 5. This places us the top 3% of FTSE4Good ratings in the property industry sector. And MSCI ESG rating has also given us a rating of AA, which again places us in the top 15% of the real estate development and diversified activities sector. We have received recognition, and we're honored to have received recognition with awards such as the Anugerah SDG Sepang National Corporate Governance and Sustainability Awards, UNGC Forward Faster Sustainability Awards. We are most honored that we have received the ESG Malaysia the Age Malaysia ESG Awards 2025, as stated by the group CFO. It has been 3 consecutive years that we have taken the top position gold award for property sector. And all these reflects the efforts and initiatives and the support across the group in terms of ESG performance. Okay, what drives sustainability performance in IOI PG, IOI Properties Group? We have a comprehensive sustainability framework. Now, this is built on our sustainability policy and also IOIPG vision, mission, and core values to achieve the 4 sustainability-related goals. That is, That is delivering excellence, caring for the environment, creating value for our employees, and also developing sustainable communities. Now, we are, of course, guided by the 12 strategies that we have in our sustainability roadmap, aptly named IOI Sustain 2030. Now, these strategies are to address matters that are sustainability matters that are material to the company, to the business, and to our stakeholders. And these are listed here: corporate governance and anti-corruption policies and compliance, economic performance, and among others. So, of course, this year we have our sustainability standalone report. So the details, I will encourage you to actually go on to our website where you can get an e-copy of our sustainability report. So today I would focus more on what we have actually done for financial year 2025. So let's have a brief look at sustainability journey. So we started in financial year 2017, where we established the sustainability governance, structure, strategy, framework. And financial year 2019, we expanded our reporting scope beyond Klang Valley. In financial year 2021, we established our sustainability targets, which are revised from time to time, of course. So financial year 2022, we initiated a TCFD roadmap, which is climate-related, climate disclosures. And we moved on to financial year 2024, where we launched the IOI Sustain Roadmap 2030. This actually has the 12 strategies that I talked about that guides us in our planning, in our strategizing, and also on-site implementation of initiatives that are to address all the material matters. Yeah? So in financial year 2025, as I mentioned, I will focus on this for our presentation today. We are very much focused on climate. So in this year, we assessed climate, physical, and transition risks. We also initiated decarbonization planning at segment level, and that's towards our commitment towards net zero. And all these initiatives are in alignment with global and national frameworks, which includes, among others, GRI, and IFRS, and the National Sustainability Reporting Framework, and also ESG ratings as well. So although we have had recognition for the past few years, we do not sit on our laurels. So we would typically regularly conduct gap analysis and see where we stand and what are the gaps, and it's for continuous improvement purposes. So as I mentioned, the 12 strategies are here for IOI Sustain Roadmap. A quick brief here. I would just like to show that the start ones are actually those that are very climate-focused strategies that guided us for financial year 25, and also moving forward as well for until 2030. This will be guiding us in terms of our climate action. Now, here we have launched, we call it ISR, IOI Sustain Roadmap 2030, last year. And it is during this session that we actually also conducted a engagement with our supply chain. This is very important as we go along this journey, as I mentioned many times the word journey. This is going to be up to 2030, 2050 and beyond. And in doing business, as we are very, very much focused on sustainability as is at the core of our business, engaging with our value chain, whether it's upstream or downstream, is very, very important. Aligning their mindset and aligning their actions to our sustained roadmap and our strategies are equally important. And that's why, if you see here, we have actually actively engaged with our value chain. And others also include one that we work with United Nations, Global Compact Malaysia and Brunei, as well as Alliance Bank Malaysia Berhad, on engaging with our value chain. Also the safety and health compliance workshop that we had down south in Johor. So now climate action, apart from striving for resource, cost, and operational efficiency, as well as providing stellar stakeholder returns, our business imperative, of course, is also to be a responsible corporate citizen and managing our impact on the environment, impact of the business on the environment. So in financial year 25, we continue our initiatives in renewable energy, in developing green developments. And in line with our climate focus action, we initiated our journey with a climate-related risk and opportunity assessment, climate scenario analysis. So as you can see, solar energy, our initiatives include installation of total solar PV capacity amounting to 12,690 kilowatt peak. Our total renewable energy generated was in financial year 25 was 9,902 megawatt hour per year, and we managed to avoid an estimated 7,582 tons CO2 in carbon emissions. And in green buildings, the group aims for 50% of its owned and managed office buildings in Malaysia to be green certified by 2030. Moving forward, we have a target of ensuring that all the new office buildings that we develop will be green certified. And our portfolio of green certified buildings are here, and if you would like more details, please go to our website where our e-copy will provide you with the details. It's sustainability report, a standalone sustainability report. CRRO stands for the Climate-Related Risk and Opportunity Assessment, and this exercise actually provided us a forward-looking view of IOI Properties Group's exposure to the physical and transition climate risks. And evaluates what are the potential impacts on the future climate scenarios. And this, it will also help us to outline what are the mitigation measures to strengthen resilience and to support long-term sustainability. We expect the full results to be out in financial year 2026. So why climate? Why do we want to focus on climate? Because climate will help the business to ensure that it is climate resilient. It would preserve and protect asset value, and also helps us to achieve resource cost and operational efficiency as well. So in line with that, our Properties Group has commitment to net zero by 2050. We are guided by a science-based approach. We have identified our major emission sources and developed a high-level decarb plan targeting reductions across the scope 1, 2, and 3 for all our business segments. So we have earmarked 3 key focus areas from near-term to long-term to guide our journey towards net zero. So these areas address both operational emissions and embodied carbon emissions across the group's diverse portfolio in Malaysia and Singapore, as well as PRC. The focus areas include reducing in-use operational emissions from our buildings that are owned and managed by us. The business segments targeted here will be property investment, hospitality and leisure, and it will cover scope 1, 2, and 3. If you would like to know what scope 1, 2, and 3 is, the details are here. And again, you can also find them on our e-copy of our sustainability report. The other focus area is minimizing upfront embodied emissions in newly constructed buildings, and this we will target property development business segment. at design stage and planning stage. And the scope will cover scope 3. The last focus area here is reducing in-use operational emissions of sold buildings, targeting a property development business segment, scope 3. Now, nature is a very important element in property development. Hence, I would have a couple of slides on biodiversity as well. As a property developer, it's definitely an integral element in our developments. Hence, biodiversity is a material matter that is addressed by implementing various initiatives. And in financial year 25, we had biodiversity capacity building. We conducted that biodiversity capacity building session facilitated by an ecologist. This is aimed to build internal capacity in integrating biodiversity considerations into our project planning and design. The program combined classroom learning with fieldwork and, of course, covering biodiversity SWOT analysis, tree mapping, and ecosystem assessments. Apart from internal capacity building, of course, we reach out to our stakeholders, the community as well. We have an IOI PG City Nature Challenge, and this is in alignment with the global City Nature Challenge. This initiative contributes to global urban biodiversity data, supporting global conservation efforts, and of course, bringing people closer to nature. In financial year 25, we have engaged 291 participants, 2,610 observations, and identifying 720 species. And it started way back in 2018. We have recorded 15,567 observations so far, and covering 4,564 species. So we connect with our residents as well, encouraging them to participate. And of course, there's a lot of participation internally from our employees. Apart from that, we do have nature walks that we would organize across Penang, IOI Resort City, and Kulai. These we collaborate with ecologists, we collaborate with NGOs. This provides some hands-on learning and creates awareness among our stakeholders on ecosystem interdependency, sustainable landscaping. I think when it comes to sustainability, it's not just something that the company can just do, roll out initiatives. It's not going to work if the individuals who are part of this ecosystem are not heavily invested in this themselves in their daily lifestyle efforts. Yeah? So, what's the ongoing action that we have moving forward and now at this point in time as well? The climate scenario analysis that we are conducting is still ongoing to the next phase. We have identified the physical risks, the transition risks. Now it's time for us to assess the financial impacts of those risks to the business. Because our main aim, of course, is to ensure that our business is resilient, and it's also climate resilient. Yeah? So we are also in the midst of digitalizing our ESG performance management system. Once it's digitalized, it's to ensure that it's accurate, there is data integrity, and it will be ready for assurance. Advancing decarbonization towards net zero, so we have high-level, segment-level targets. We would move that down, deep dive into asset-level targets, where our businesses will then be able to independently roll out their initiatives, implement initiatives aligned with our high-level segment targets. We engage with a value chain that will continue, and we will create awareness and drive meaningful change. In order to have all this pan out successfully, of course, all the functional departments within the group will have to ensure that they are ESG literate, and there is green competencies as well. This is for just transition. We cannot expect overnight transformation. It will be long-term, short, medium, and long-term. So aligned with all our initiatives, we have to ensure that our people, who are our business's assets as well, they are also skilled to take on these new challenges, new evolving landscape in terms of sustainability. Yeah. So Thank you. That's my presentation. Thank you, Dato.
Thank you, Mr. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now proceed with the agenda for today's AGM. The first item on the agenda is to receive the audited financial statement for the financial year ended 30th June 2025 and the reports of the directors and auditors thereon. The audited financial statements are laid in accordance with Section 340 of the Companies Act 2016. As this item is for discussion only and do not require shareholders' approval, it will not be put forward for voting. Summary of the group financial overview and performance highlights for financial year 2025 are set out on pages 12 to 19 of the annual report. Further details of the group financial business review for property development, property investment, and leisure and hospitality segments are outlined on page 48 to 63 of the annual report. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to inform once again that the Q&A session will be held after all the agenda items have been read. The second item on the agenda deals with the re-election of directors, who is to retire by rotation in accordance with Article 91 of the company's constitution and being eligible have offered themselves for re-election. As I'm one of the directors standing for re-election, I shall now hand over the chair to Dato Dr. Tan Kim Hyong to conduct the proceeding for this agenda item.
Thank you, Dato Chairman. The directors who are standing for re-election today at this AGM are Dato Tan Kim Leong, our chairman, Dato Tan Tian Tai, who's on my far right, and Ms. Lee Ai Ling, who is on my immediate right. All the directors mentioned have undergone the relevant performance evaluation, including a fit and proper assessment for the financial year under review. Following the assessment, it was concluded that Dato Chairman, Dato David Tan, and Ms. Lee have all made significant and effective contributions, not only as valuable members of the board, but also in their roles within the board committees. In addition, Dato Tan, in his capacity as chairman, provides strong leadership and guidance to the board, leveraging his experience as a former audit partner and also his broad insights gained from serving as a director across various industry sectors. Dato David Tan, on the other hand, brings extensive experience in the property industry, having previously served as CEO of a property developer, while Ms. Lee contributes her legal expertise, particularly in compliance and governance matters, drawn from her prior professional background. So collectively, their diverse expertise and perspectives have enriched the board's deliberations and enhanced its overall effectiveness. Their profiles are set out on pages 74, 76, and 77 of the annual report. I shall now hand over the chair back to Dato Chairman to continue with the rest of the agenda.
Thank you, Dr. Kim Tan. The third item on the agenda is to approve the payment of directors' fees, inclusive of board committee fees, of RM 3 million for the financial year ending 30th June 2026, payable quarterly in arrears after each month of completed services of the directors during the financial year. The fourth item on the agenda is to approve the payment of directors' benefit other than the directors' fees of up to 500,000 for the period from 7 November 2025 until the next annual general meeting. We wish to inform that the proposed quantum of directors' benefit is merely an estimation, and that a higher amount is usually proposed in order to ensure that the actual utilization of directors' benefit is well within the limit approved by the shareholders. Let us now proceed to the fifth item on the agenda, that is, to reappoint PricewaterhouseCoopers PLT as auditors for the financial year ending 30th June 2026 and to authorize directors to fix their remuneration. This resolution is opposed by the board based on the audit committee's recommendation and having been satisfied with the result of the annual assessment of PwC. Please be informed that PwC has expressed their willingness to continue in office. Item 6 of the agenda is to transact any other business of which due notice shall have been given. I have been informed earlier by the company secretary that we have not received any notice to transact any other business at this AGM. Dear shareholders, we would like to share that the Minority Shareholders Watch Group has not pre-submitted any written question for this AGM. We would, however, like to warmly welcome the representative from NSWG to raise any questions, comments, or feedback at the Q&A session later. We truly value your continued interest and participation. We will now proceed to address the question received from the Employees Provident Fund and Pemondoran Nasional Berhad. Given that PNB's queries are identical to EPF regarding the proposed increment in directors' fees and benefits, a single response will be provided to address both parties. At this point, I would like to invite our Company Secretary, Mr. Chi, to address the question raised by the EPF and PNB.
Thank you, Tan Sri. Thank you, Dr. Chairman. The response to queries from Employees Provident and PNB is as follows. Question 1. A. Kindly explain the reasons for the 9% increase of directors' fees from 2.75 million in financial year 2024 to 3 million in financial year 2025. Our response. The approximately 5% increase is primarily due to two key items. Firstly, an increase of 50,000 to the chairman's fee was proposed, aligning it to a ratio of 1.6 times from the base fee of 250,000 applicable to directors. And secondly, an additional 200,000 has been allocated to accommodate the appointment of one additional director for financial year 2026. With regards to question 1B, kindly confirm the changes in fee structure from financial year 2024 to financial 2025 as per table below. Our response, except for the increase to the chairman fee as mentioned in question 1A, the direct fees structure remains unchanged for financial year 2025. Details of the current fee structure is disclosed in page 95 of our financial year 2025 annual report under the corporate governance overview statement. The next question, which is question 1C, kindly confirm the meeting allowance for financial year 2025. The meeting allowance for financial year 2025 remains at 2,000 per meeting, applicable to both the chairman and members. This is consistent with the rate maintained in the previous financial year. And referring to question 2, kindly explain the reasons for the 11% increase in directors' fees directors benefit from 450,000 in financial year 2024 to 500,000 in financial year 2025. And our response is that the proposed increase in directors' benefit, for financial year 2026 is primarily due to the anticipated rise in the number of board committee and general meetings. Historically, the meeting allowance have accounted for approximately 70 to 80% of the total directors' benefit. The proposed quantum for financial year 2026 is a forward-looking estimate, and a slightly higher amount is typically provided to ensure that the actual utilization remains comfortably within the limits approved by shareholders. With regards to question 3, A, kindly explain the rationale for the 3.6% increase in audit fees and the 26.6% decrease in non-audit fees for financial year 2024, from financial 2024 to financial 2025, as per table below. Our response: the increase in audit fees for financial year 2025 is primarily attributable to the additional of new operations, namely W Kuala Lumpur, Courtyard by Marriott, and IOI Mall Damansara, as well as the commencement of operations of our Moxie Putrajaya and Sheraton Grand Xiamen Hotel, coupled with the inflationary adjustments to the overall audit fees. Whereas the decrease in non-audit fees for financial year 2025 is due to the engagement of PwC comprising solely annual tax compliance. In financial year 2024, non-audit fees were higher because the engagement include both annual tax compliance and additional tax advisory services, such as capital allowance maximization. And regards to the last portion, which is question 3B, kindly confirm the auditor's appointment year and the date of the last audit partner's rotation. PwC has been the external auditor of IOIPG since financial year ended 2015. Dr. Ting Bihan is the current audit engagement partner and has been serving in his role since the financial year ended 30th June 2023. He will be due for rotational upon the conclusion of the audit for financial year ending 2029. Thank you. That's the last. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chi. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now respond to questions relating to the agenda items that are tabled at this meeting. We shall first address questions which were pre-submitted by our shareholder prior to today's meeting, followed by written questions received from the online meeting platform. After that, we will invite questions from the floor. The Company Secretary will now read the pre-submitted questions and the Group CFO will respond accordingly.
Question 1 from shareholder Teo Che Ming. Based on the analyst report, the committed occupancy of IOI Central Boulevard Towers is stated to be nearly 90%, while physical occupancy stands at 50%. At last year's AGM, management indicated that the break-even occupancy rate is 85%, with a rental rate of $12.80 per square foot. Given these figures, how far is ICBT from break-even, and what is the average SGD financing rate for this project? Mr. Liao?
Okay, I think we are on track to achieve the break-even target, and the average finance cost for the last year, financial year 2025, is about 4.2%, and then for the 3 months, July 2025 to September 2025, is 2.88%.
Question 2 from shareholder Teo Cherming again. Regarding W Residence Marina View, news report indicate that only a small number of units were booked during the pre-launch in July, reflecting challenges in Singapore property market, particularly the impact on high taxes. The grand launch was scheduled for 25th October. Could management share the initial response following the grand launch? Have any units been booked? Mr. Liao, I think.
Yeah, as of after the launch of the 26th October, the 3 units sold and 7 units are reserved. However, in the location like the CBD, with a structurally scarce future supply like Marina Bay, we take a disciplined long-term approach to the capital deployment to stable enduring value for the buyers.
Question 3 from shareholder Teo Cherming. It appears that IOI PG has not been successful in capturing the demand of data centers compared to other major developers. Could management share the challenges faced in attracting data centers players to the industrial parks under IOI?
Data centers are very demanding of infrastructure and require stringent risk assessment on the site location. So we receive committed inquiries for few parcels of our land, but yet to see any result.
On question 4, again from shareholder Teo Cherming, could the company share the current average room rate and occupancy rate of the newly opened Sheraton Grand Xiamen and the newly acquired WKL and Courtyard by Marriott Penang? For the new acquisition, has the ARR improved under IOI ownership compared to previous owners?
The newly opened Sheraton Grand Xiamen is still in its early stage of operation since opening. So as such, we are currently in the process of ramping up the occupancy and room rate. So it would be premature to disclose a definite ARR at this point. And then for the recent acquired WKL and the Courtyard by Penang, both properties have shown improvement under our group's ownership. So we have implemented the AEI, asset management initiative, and leveraged our hospitality expertise to drive the operational efficiency and strengthen positioning. While we are unable to share the specific ARR figures because due to the commercial sensitivity and confidentiality with our hotel partners, we can share that both properties have recorded an improvement in ARR and occupancy levels compared to the period prior to IOI's acquisition.
Question 5. It is noted that Putrajaya Marriott Hotel underwent a 100 million renovation. Following the renovation, what has been the increase in occupancy rate and the ARR?
The Putrajaya Marriott Hotel's 100 million refurbishment is a collaborative initiative with Marriott to elevate the property's positioning and guest experience. The early performance indicators and guest feedback have been positive. Occupancy has improved so as a ARR compared to the pre-renovation period.
Question 6 from shareholder Teo Cherming again. What is the expected capital expenditure and payback period for the luxury resort project in Pantai Kok? Will this be one of the brands under Marriott, given the group's hotel are all affiliated with Marriott?
The luxury resort project in Langkawi, located at the Pantai Kok, will be one of our flagship resort hospitality developments. It will be a Marriott portfolio under the W Hotel brand. In terms of investment, the capex, I think, is still in the final stage of the finalization. It's all depending on the final specification. The payback period is estimated at around 15 to 20 years, which is typical for a high-end resort of this scale.
Question 7 from shareholder Teo Cherming. It is noted that extensive reconfiguration works are currently in progress at IOI Mall Damansara. What is the capital expenditure allocated for these works? And when does management expect the mall performance to stabilize, given that it has previously suffered from low footfall despite being connected to MRT Surian? Additionally, what are the revenues and profit loss figures for this mall as of 30th June 2025, as this information does not appear in the available in the financial statements?
The IOI Mall Damansara is currently undergoing extensive reconfiguration and enhancement works. The works are part of the broader repositioning strategy to strengthen the mall's appeal, improve the circulation flow, and introduce a more balanced tenant mix, focusing on the family F&B and experiential retail offerings. The total capex for the ongoing works is estimated at around 70 to 100 million, so spread over several phases. So the enhancement includes the creation of new anchor zones, improved visibility and accessibility from the MRT Surian station, and also the upgrade the interior and the facade designs. So regarding your query on the financial performance, our IOI Damansara individual revenue and profit and loss are not disclosed separately in the group's financial statement. As a result, are consolidated under the property investment segment. However, we can share that the mall's performance in FY 2025 have been stable year on year, with gradual improvement in occupancy as reconfiguration progresses. Once the enhancement works are completed and the full tenant mix is in place, management expect the mall to deliver meaningful improvement in both footfall and rental income, supported by the surrounding mature catchment.
Question 8 from shareholder Wong Siu Kyong. My IOI property shares are traded under Rakuten Trade. How do I register to attend the AGM?
Please be informed that as your shares are traded under a nominee account, so you need to instruct the Rakuten Trade to submit a proxy form appointing you as a proxy to attend the meeting. They may submit the proxy application to the email address bsr.helpdesk@boardroomlimited.com or via the e-proxy in Boardroom Smart Investor Portal.
Question 9 from shareholder Chen Wei Win. Will IOI consider implementing a dividend reinvestment plan in the upcoming financial year?
As of now, IOI Properties Group Berhad has no intention to implement a dividend reinvestment plan for the upcoming financial year. The company recently declared interim dividend of 8 cents per share, reflecting the continued commitment to shareholders' returns. Additionally, the group is currently pursuing strategic initiatives such as the proposed establishment of a real estate investment trust, REIT, which may influence our capital management priorities. We will continue to review the various capital management options to ensure an optimal balance between the shareholders' returns and the group funding needs. We will evaluate its suitability by taking into consideration the prevailing market condition, regulatory and administrative considerations, and also our long-term capital strategy before we making any decision.
Question 10 from shareholder Chen Wei-Wen. Could the management team elaborate on the specific timeline for listing IOI REIT in both Malaysia and Singapore? And question 11 from shareholder Fong Wei Fat. Please provide more details regarding the timeline and plans for listing of IOI PG REIT in Malaysia and Singapore.
IOI is considering a Malaysian asset REIT as priority. And to this end, we have incorporated a REIT management company. At present, the IOI is finalizing the proposal and is targeting the listing in 2026, subject to obtaining the relevant regulatory approvals and favorable market conditions. Further announcement will be made in accordance with the main market listing requirements of Bursa Malaysia. The group is exploring the feasibility of establishing a Singapore REIT platform as part of its long-term capital management strategy. However, this initiative is still in its infancy and exploratory stage, and no decision has been made at this time.
Question 12, shareholder Chen Wei-Wen. Will management consider a distribution in species for the upcoming IOI REIT?
As the group is still working on finalizing the proposed REIT, it is premature to consider any proposed distribution structure, including any potential distribution in species to IOI shareholders at this point in time. However, we take note to deliver the long-term value for our shareholders while maintaining the financial strength needed to support our exciting pipeline project in Malaysia and Singapore.
Question 13, shareholder Chen Wei-Wen. What is the company's market position in the industrial park segment? Does it focus solely on build and sell, or does it also engage in build and lease? I would suggest that IOI consider retaining some properties in industrial park for leasing purposes, and this will enhance recurring income and potentially be included in IOI REIT in the future.
We are currently selling ready-built factory build and lease model is being branding now.
Question 14, shareholder Ng Chun Boon. Is the company ready to adopt the build and sell model under the 13 Malaysia plan?
The shift will impact both developers and home buyers in terms of financial affordability, so leading to the market consolidation around the larger and well-established developers.
Question 15, shareholder Fong Wai Fan. Public relations are important for a listed company to ensure transparency. It will boost shareholder confidence and indirectly generate an excitement among public investors. Please elaborate on this.
Over the past few years, we have revamped the website to improve the accessibility to information, enhance our disclosure practices, and ramp up the engagement efforts with the investing community through the regular investor meetings, analyst briefings, site visits, and participation in conferences. These initiatives has contributed to the improved trading volumes, also the stronger investor interest, increased analyst coverage, and also the improved valuation from research houses.
Question number 16 from shareholder Fong Wai Fan. Compared to other listed companies such as Sunway and EcoWorld, monetization and execution to turn the land bank from IOI PG is very slow. As a shareholder, please let us know the strategy for IOI PG to achieve higher profitability and ROE/ROCE. Since NTA is less than $4, but the share price is only $2, which is more than 50% discount compared to NTA.
Our approach is distinct because our Properties Group strategy is to balance the immediate development profits with the long-term recurring income growth. So the group is progressively transforming into a resilient and diversified real estate company focused on creating long-term sustainable value rather than pursuing the quick land turnover. While this approach may yield lower short-term returns, but it builds a stronger foundation of recurring income and asset value over time. To drive the higher profitability and returns, we have put in place the following strategic priorities. First is to balance the business model between the property development and property investment and also the hospitality. Then second, we are maximize the rent value with a discipline and strategy in monetize the land bank through the development of product while responding to the evolving market demands. And to address the question of this gap in the NTA and the share price, so we will unlocking the value via the risk. So to enhance the returns on equity and capital employed, so our group is actively progressing plans to establish and list a real estate investment trust REIT to monetize its high-quality investment asset. So this will unlock the embedded asset value, strengthening our balance sheet and provide a stable platform for sustainable shareholder returns.
Question 17, shareholder Teo Che Ming. The group has a huge hotel portfolio. Does the group offer any F&B or room discounts to shareholders who are interested to dine or stay in any of the group's hotels?
All hotels within the group's portfolio are managed under the Marriott International brands. As such, the group itself does not provide direct F&B or room discounts specifically for our Properties Group shareholders. However, shareholders are encouraged to enroll in the Marriott Ponwall Loyalty Program, which is open to the public and offers a comprehensive range of benefits.
That's the end.
Thank you. As we have addressed the pre-submitted questions, let's move on to the written questions received via the online meeting platform. I shall call upon our company secretary to read out the questions.
Thank you, Dr. Chairman. The first question.
See.
Okay. Just a few minutes, waiting for them to put the question out on the screen. Okay.
The first question from shareholder Teo Kui Hua. Will all online attendees and voted proxy shareholders, no matter how much shares they hold, will receive RM50 ringgit touch and go door gift as token of appreciation?
Answer. Something you say. You want to reply?
We will consider that in the future.
They're asking whether it is actually regardless of the quantum, regardless of the quantum that they share they hold, they will still qualify for $50 only.
Yeah. Can you answer?
$50 per person.
Maybe I'll take that question. On the only shareholders who are, irregardless of their quantum of shares they hold, will be entitled to the 50 ringgit touch and go door gift voucher. Thanks. The second question from Chan Amoy. Please give vouchers for refreshments.
You can answer that.
Maybe I'll take that. With regards to refreshments, it's outside, it's available. There's no vouchers required. Shareholders can help themselves to refreshments outside. Thanks. The third question. From Hui Chi Kong. How recent US-Malaysia deal will affect the company?
There's not much.
There will be not much impact on the group.
Next question. The next question from shareholder Ko Li Shi. How is the group property development segment affected by the 2026 fiscal budget? Question number 2, does the group have housing products targeted at younger buyers, particularly those below 40 years old? Question number 3, are the profit margins for these products comparable to the group's other residential developments? Question number 4, what would company do for gain more to distribute higher dividends and business operating costs and door gifts? And the question number 5, the new housing does capabilities on earthquake prevention, I guess.
Yeah. Mr. Tay, maybe can you answer that?
Hello. Yeah, there were a few incentive or disincentive announced in the recent budget 2026. The incentive are either from the continuation of previous year or some a new one, but we have little impacts to us, except one, which we'll be watching out, is the implementation of carbon tax for iron and steel, which may affect the cost of constructions. Well, that was my answer for question number 1. Number 2, does the group have housing product targeted at younger buyer? Our property product actually covered a whole range of market segment, including those below 40 years old. And the product below 40 years old is actually a major or important market segment for us. So there is no issue as far as whether profit margin is comparable or not. It has been our important segment for the last few years. What would company do for gain do to gain more, to distribute higher dividend and business? Oh, I think, yeah, a lot of answers have been given just now for this question number 4. Question number 5, new housing does capital. Okay, Peninsular Malaysia is reported to be in the low seismic zone, and our building are designed to comply to all relevant authority requirements. Yeah, that's all from me.
Okay, the next question. The next question is from shareholder Lam Sui Huang. Currently, IOI have 13 billion retained earnings. Any plans for bonus issue?
The board will take this into consideration. However, the assessment will depend on the group's cash flow and obligations.
Okay, next.
The next question from Ari So Yong Ren. What is the total AGM expenses incurred? Maybe I'll take that. Taking into consideration that that's publications and notices, the online provisions, the total cost that for this AGM incurred is about 638,000. Okay, thanks. The next question from shareholder Tan Chiu Boon. It is much appreciated to conduct the AGM in hybrid It is much appreciated to conduct the AGM in hybrid methods for us. That staying far to travel more than an hour is in a single journey. Wish that the company will continue this practice. However, if the cost is too high, I suggest the board of directors to negotiate with registrar and Bursa to give initiatives to those companies that conduct hybrid. Many benefits to remain at home and to attend AGM, EGM, especially for the elderlies. There's no point to travel far just for a door gift and a packed food. Company staff also suffer from the event. Perhaps company can send us a sample e-voucher to all shareholders that can't attend the AGM today. Hi-Ho Underlate founder, management sent a voucher for all shareholders by email. I think this is a token appreciation for all. Thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Certainly, this question we'll take that into consideration, and bearing in mind the pros and cons of having the physical meeting and the cost and the cost, benefit, and so on. I think we'll take that into consideration for sure. As to the question of sending a voucher to all shareholders by email, I think that we will also consider that, bring that to the board meeting to consider.
Okay,
next question.
Next question. The next question is from shareholder Chong Song Yun. The group has increased its investment in Singapore, including IOI Central Boulevard, W Residence at Marina Vale, and the recent 2.75 billion for the remaining stake in South Beach. Could management elaborate on the strategic rationale behind this heavier investment allocated in Singapore, and how the group assess the risk return profile of this market relative to Malaysia and other regions?
We will continue to align our strategies to market opportunities, ensuring that our portfolio remains well positioned to capture growth across property development, property investment, and hospitality and leisure segments. We will continue to deepen our presence in core markets with emphasis in Singapore as a key growth engine for the group. Its assets will potentially have a pivotal role in shaping a new revenue anchor for the group, supporting our aspiration to create long-term value across the markets we operate in.
The next question from shareholder Chua Song Yun. Referring to page 12 of the annual report, over the past few years, the group has recognized substantial fair value gains on investment properties. There are two parts in it. The first, part A, while it is encouraging that our assets have appreciated in market value, however, if we exclude these gains, the group's core profit appears to be on a downward trend over the past 5 years. Could management elaborate on the key factors contributing to this decline in underlying profitability? And B, additionally, the ROE, excluding the fair value gains for financial year 2025, are low at 1.1%. Could management provide their views on this and share the strategies in place to enhance the group's core returns going forward?
Mr. Liao, maybe you can answer that.
The lower core profit or the core ROCE compared to the previous financial year are primarily due to the recognition of the interest expenses following the completion of ICPT. As we build up the property investment portfolio in Singapore, and the operation has only recently commenced, so we expect the earning to be optimized in the near term. So management believes that the lower core profit is temporary and reflects a transition phase because the group is continuing to expand the property investment portfolio to strengthen the recurring income streams with the aim of generating sustainable returns for the shareholders.
The next question is from Goh Pek Beng. Not sure, I guess this question is relating to the prospects of the company. What is the company's outlook for the future?
The group's outlook for its property development, property investment, and hospitality and leisure segments remain positive and focus on delivering operational excellence while positioning for long-term sustainable growth. Property development segment will see upcoming launches, including a new residential phase at Bandar Puteri Puchong and industrial factories and land at Industrial Park Banting. Property investment is also optimistic about the growth in IOI Mall Damansara, which will strengthen over time as repositioning efforts take effect. The group is also preparing for our next major growth milestone with IOI Mall Rio. Hospitality and leisure segment is expected to maintain positive momentum supported by strong pipeline of events in the lead up to Visit Malaysia year 2026. The group also remains committed to strategic expansion with the upcoming addition of W Singapore Marina View and a luxury resort in Langkawi Pantai Kok, which will push the group's total room inventory to 3,658 rooms by 2029.
The next question from shareholder Lim Jovi. Any more dividends for this year 2025?
The group aims to maintain a consistent dividend payout. The actual dividend declared in calendar year 2025 or future will depend on the group's performance and cash flows.
The next question from shareholder Chua Song Yun. Despite the improved revenues and narrowing of losses, the hospitality and leisure segment continue to record a loss in financial year 2025. A, could management specify which hotels or assets under these segments are still loss-making? And B, given the strong recovery in the tourism industry, what are the main challenges preventing these assets from achieving profitability, and what measures are being implemented to drive a turnaround?
The hospitality segment remains at a loss position as its performance is affected by the pre-operating expenses incurred for Sheraton Grand Hotel Xiamen and the W Hotel Singapore. Excluding these pre-operating costs, the segment would be profit-making. The Sheraton Grand Hotel has only recently commenced operations and will require some time to optimize its business performance. As operations ramp up and stabilize, the segment is expected to contribute positively to the group's earnings, with W Singapore targeted to commence its business in FY 2029.
The next question is from shareholder Lim Teck Chai. What is IOI's view on the upcoming property market trends in Malaysia, particularly in Penang and Johor Bahru?
Currently, we don't have much in Penang now, other than the property development, our hospitality business in Penang. For Johor, we are very positive about Johor because with the establishment of the Johor Singapore Economic Zone, Special Economic Zone, there will be a lot of growth coming in that part of the region. So we are very positive about the upcoming property markets in Johor.
The next question is from Leong Lee. IOI Properties Group in future will develop to Subang area.
Currently, we don't have any land bank in Subang area, but we will definitely be on the lookout for it.
The next question from shareholder Lim San Kim. Many people are looking for houses at Bukit Belacan at Ampang, which is located at the entrance of the newly completed EKVE highway. From Ampang to Sungai Long, Mahkota Kajang, and all the way to Semenyih. Beautiful and no traffic jams. Can the company buy land to build landed properties there?
Okay, we will evaluate and consider that. Thank you.
The next question from shareholder Arif bin Adam. Good morning, Board of Directors. People always forget your founder, the late Tan Sri Lee, is not only in palm oil but also a property man. Would the board consider giving a small discount, a form of marketing like MRCB, for shareholders to purchase the properties? You may put up some of your projects put during this AGM for display. Please know some of us are quite old to walk to the showroom.
Thank you for your kind remarks and your continued support of the group. We truly appreciate the recognition of our founder's legacy. We will take this into consideration and appreciate the idea of showcasing some of our projects during the AGM.
The next question. Will management consider share capital reduction in future based on 18 billion share capital?
There is no plan for share capital reduction in the near term.
Next question from Lim Jovi. The company is doing business at many parts of the world. Can we control and monitor they make profit?
The group has established appropriate governance and monitoring mechanisms to ensure effective oversight of performance and cash flow management.
The next question from shareholder Chong So 21. Due to the distance of your IOI City Mall from the KL City, I hope you could arrange public transport either with Pasaranan or your own shuttle bus from Putrajaya MRT to your mall to increase footfall to your mall and spending longer time for your big mall. Say every 30 minutes as a trial. Understand many found your parking too high charges. This is a win-win situation. Hope you consider this suggestion.
Thank you for the suggestion. We will look into ways to improve on the accessibility to public transport to our mall.
The next question is from Theo Kenson. Any discussion with MOT on the realignment or extension of the operational MRT Putrajaya line to directly serve the main area of Iowa City Mall?
Currently, we do not have any discussion ongoing at the moment.
The next question is from Lim Teck Chai. Taking into consideration how the property bubble burst in China, will Malaysia experience a similar effect in the near future?
I think the market in China and Malaysia are very different. Malaysia is still seeing a very young demographics of our population, and the property prices in Malaysia are relatively low, so we do not think that they will see any property bubble burst in Malaysia in the near future.
The next question is from shareholder Chan Tian. Does IOI plans for new development based on explicitly on traditional Malaysian culture or historical architectural themes? Something to spice up on old hang property market.
We will consider that in our future projects. Thank you.
The next question is from shareholder Dear Hua Jun. What's the group strategy to W Residence Marina View, given only 10 units taken up since its launching?
The View is positioned as an ultra-luxury lifestyle branded product, and as such, its sales velocity is not expected to be comparable to that of the mass market developments. IOI maintains a long-term perspective on the Singapore economy. The Republic's stable economic environment, strong currency, and low interest rate conditions are expected to continue attracting foreign direct investments. These demand drivers will in turn underpin the resilience and growth of the real estate market.
The next question is from shareholder Lim Lun Sing. How are you going to position IOI Damansara Mall with the other malls, which is within 5 kilometers, having more than 10 malls?
Okay, maybe Chris can answer that.
IOI Mall Damansara comes with 1 million square feet. So within the 5 kilometer radius, there is only 2 other malls with this size. So our positions are very clear. We are targeting an immediate catchment of about 2.3 million people. So the catchment site are sufficient to cater for these 3 shopping malls. So positioning wise, we are actually looking at between medium to medium upper target market.
The next question is from shareholder Ko Chui Ping. Please provide the information for the South Beach Tower Singapore, which was acquired on 1st September 2025. The total investment made and the current carrying value, full contribution of this office tower and latest occupancy rate.
The group acquired a 50.1% stake at market value, which is equivalent to the NAV as at the date of acquisition. South Beach Tower Singapore is expected to generate revenue higher than the financial year ended 2025. As at 30th September 2025, the occupancy rate of the South Beach Tower stands at 74%, with secured occupancy reaching 96%.
The next question is from shareholder Lim San Kim. Can the company use the profit to pay off all bank borrowings so as to avoid bank interest?
While the group continues to generate healthy profits, these funds are also needed to meet other business commitments and support ongoing developments. Therefore, it may not be practical to use all our profits to repay bank borrowings.
The next question is from shareholder Lee Kwai Tai. Thanks for allowing hybrid mode AGM. This allows me to attend the AGM for the first time from other states, I guess. My question is, what factors are likely to drive IOIPG's growth in the next 3 to 5 years? And are there any plans to expand beyond Malaysia, Singapore, and China to other geographical regions?
I think for the next 3 to 5 years, all the major markets that we operate in are important to us. In Malaysia, we have the main drivers will be our investment properties, where we will be adding on another new mall in IOI Real City Mall in Puchong, and also a few hotels, mainly in Pantai Kok, Langkawi. And currently, on the property development side in Malaysia, we are also launching new projects in the major townships that we operate in. And in Singapore, the main drivers will be coming from we believe in the rental reversion coming from IOI Central Boulevard and also South Beach, and also with the continued launch of our debut Marina View residence, we will see greater take-up rates coming from there.
This is the last question that I can see on screen. The question is from shareholder Lim San Kim. Putrajaya and Cyberjaya seems very outskirts. Can the IOI resort sustain?
IOI Resort City has become a very mature township with a number of amenities that we have already laid out, being, for example, the shopping mall, the hotels, and the office. So we believe that with greater amenities that we introduce into the township, IOI City will become a very sought after and a very well liked township.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chi. As we have addressed the pre-submitted questions from our offsite shareholders, we will now receive questions from the floor. I shall call upon our secretary to read out the questions. Kindly make your way towards any of the microphone to pose a question.
Hello. Good morning, Board of Directors, Chairman. Yeah, I have about 1 to 3 questions, okay? Yeah, the first question is that, may I request that in future, that any Q&A will be prioritized for those who attend this meeting. If you have any online question or what, you make it at the end, okay? Because there are some people here, they also cannot stay back. They have to go. Those online, they can sit down in their house and watch. There's no urgency.
Yes,
okay?
thank you. Okay. Thank you. We take that into consideration. Thank you for the suggestion.
Okay, second question.
Before you do second, what's the name, please?
I'm Victor. I am Xia.
Victor?
Xia. Shareholder. Yeah, just now, when I come here, there was a talk on sustainability. No, I'm very curious. Why do you have all this talk and all that? No, I don't understand any of that. No, like climate change lah, green tax, and all that. How do you calculate all this tax and all that? No, it's foreign to us. Because as far as I understand, from the time I was born, I don't experience any climate change. The rain will drop every year. The rain will come, and all that. The only change is that there are less trees. There are more highway. No. Maybe the climate change came from you all, because you are the people who cut down all the trees and build all the highways.
Okay.
And create more problems.
Okay. Any more questions?
Can you explain to me this?
Just, any more questions?
Yeah, I have. I prefer you to explain one by one.
Okay, all right.
If I give you
I'll ask Ms. Christine to give you a brief answer. why we want to have why the company want to go on a program of sustainability. A brief answer, tell them.
Yeah, thank you.
Importance.
Thank you, Mr. Xia. So why climate change? Yeah. Basically, you are correct. All businesses impact the environment, and therefore the result could be climate change. Yeah. And that's the reason why we share during this AGM how it is important for us to address this. And what I've shared in the presentation is our focus on how we want to address this. And so we are looking at the risks, at the opportunities as well. With risks, there's always opportunities. And therefore, we're giving that assurance and confidence that we identifying these risks, and we are looking at the opportunities as well and addressing them. Yeah. So I hope I've answered your question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Third question. Is your building is too big? No. I came to your place 3 times. Every time I come to your mall, I get lost. So I asked some people, they lead me to another place. I still couldn't find. See? So I suggest that every AGM you have direction. Maybe your staff will direct us to your meeting.
I think the meeting venue is very stated. It's already stated in minutes. This is in a hotel site, not in a shopping mall.
I know. You stated in the but to find your mall is quite difficult. So,
do you drive? You can use the Waze. If
Yeah.
you're driving, you can use the Waze.
No. When I come to this mall, I don't use Waze. I have to ask people. No, I can't ask Waze. Where's your meeting and all that?
Okay, we will look into it.
Because
you use a Waze. I suggest you use a Waze. Okay.
Sometimes I get disoriented.
Okay.
Disorientated because your mall is so big.
Yeah.
Too big.
This is a hotel, not a mall. We're in a hotel.
But it's, before I come here, I have to go to the mall. You see, I have to get to the mall. And people, I ask many people, they say where? They also did not know. Okay.
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 Okay. We'll
The
look
third
into
question is that. Third question is that after COVID, it seems that you treat the shareholder not well. I remember when your founder was alive, he treated us very well. You know, we have breakfast, we have a voucher, and then with dinner also. Why now you only give us packed food? Packed food. Because last time I can get, say we have say 5 people want to proxy me, I will get 6 voucher. So that time he respect all the proxy who don't come also.
Mm-hmm.
There he respect us and he will collect them and give it back to them.
Okay,
So
we know your observation. We take that into consideration for next year. Okay.
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 Okay. Give us voucher for your dining.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it's just packed food.
Okay. Next question, please. You have expressed your opinion. We take it into consideration. Your next question, please. Please
Okay.
bear in mind. Don't monopolize the whole meeting. There are other people who question as well, please.
Yeah. Okay. You always reward those who have cars, the parking fee. What about those who take MRT and all that? They walk here also. No, at least you give them now. In future, we register, you give every one of us $20 for transport. So there's no much work for your all and that. Very complicated.
Thank you for your concern.
To get your gift is so complicated. We have to go to the internet, and then sometimes we get internet also cannot answer our question. What you want? So we are here. We can talk to you personally. So if we go to internet, it's so impersonal. There's no person to person contact.
Okay.
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 So why I suggest this? Because you all complain that it's climate change.
Okay, I think you have told the question quite long. We understand. Please give the time to other shareholders. We'd like to give some time to other shareholders. What you say, we'll consider. Please. Any other question? Next question.
Okay, because you say, next time you give people here priority.
Yes, we understand. You have said it many times. Any other question? If not, one more question from you.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Do you consider giving everybody here $20 for transport?
We consider it. We consider.
Since you make a lot of money, you make a lot of profit, and you take such simple request, you also cannot.
I appreciate what you said, but you also appreciate other shareholders would like to ask questions. Please give them time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, please? Yes.
The chairman and board of directors and also management and also the shareholders who are attending to this meeting. This is my first time attending the IOI property. I find it rather interesting, and it provides a lot of details. Now I have two questions. This is a rather vague question, but basically I would like to know, as shareholders, we would like to know what can the company do to increase the share price. Does the company, in the midst of considering acquiring land banks, or what can a company do to increase the share price so that we can at least top up our shareholdings? And then number two, which I like to ask is, I also noticed that the company invested heavily into the leisure and hospitality, and that you have also hotels in Xiamen, China. I would like to visit Xiamen, being a Chinese, and I also believe that most shareholders here will agree that the company provide us with extra benefits to stay in your hotel, not just dumping and ask us to register as member of Marriott. As member of Marriott, anyone can register, but as a shareholder who have been supporting your IOI Corp or IOI properties for decades, I've been holding your shares for Corp for almost 2-3 decades, and I would like to know what can the company do. Can at least the management discuss or negotiate with a Marriott operator to offer additional benefits to shareholders who would like to enjoy your room stay? This is also good to boost up your room occupancy. What else? I'm not asking for any VIP treatment, to stay in your hotel, but basically we would like to experience what is it like to stay in your IOI, IOI hospitality rooms.
You feel proud to go stay there.
Yes, that's why. We would like to visit as Malaysians, staying in your hotels, staying in the IOI operated management. I believe all the shareholders who attended here, I just hope that you could at least treat us like your employees. I believe you care for your employees a lot. Just care as much as you can for the shareholders as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll do that.
So the management will always look at ways to increase the economic values. So we always want to launch new projects in ideal locations. And also we want to unlock value for our investment properties, one of which is Chu REIT, which will be launching by next year.
Okay, thank you. Any next question, please?
Okay. Good afternoon, Datuk Chairman, Board of Directors. My name is Elaine Chu. I'm the corporate representative of MSWG. My question is referring to the company's AGM that was cancelled last year concerning the potential conflict of interest involving the group CEO, Mr. Lee, and Shenton 101. Given the significance of the matter, could you provide an update on any developments or progress made in addressing the potential conflict of interest? Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Liao.
Mr. Liao, please.
Okay. Mr. Lee is currently engaging with the relevant stakeholders to address the concerns regarding the Shenton House transaction. Once these discussions are concluded and the necessary clearance and support are obtained, then Mr. Lee will submit a revised proposal to the board for its consideration. In the meantime, pending this revised proposal, the potential conflict of interest continues to be managed through the management agreement with the RIPG, which provides the necessary framework to mitigate such risk. In addition, a consultative committee has been established to provide the oversight, monitor the developments, and report directly to the audit committee to ensure the proper governance and transparency are maintained throughout the process.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next question, please.
Okay, good morning.
Your name, please.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Chik Rin. I'm a beneficial shareholder, also a proxy. Okay, first inquiry. On your presentation, you highlighted you're the highest market cap of listed property company. But I noticed that your ROE is only at 4.35 compared to other comparable listed company like Binastra, which is 3.74. And some other shareholders also highlighted that your NTA is 4.44 compared to your share price about 2 ringgit plus, which also means that your PE is only around 10.82. So perhaps your assets are not really fully maximized to their full potential. I noted that, for example, like you have this largest shopping mall, IOI, City Mall Putrajaya, where your washroom facilities, you invest a lot on all these auto dispenser for soap, water, etc. Unfortunately, when it comes to public transport, even though I have been highlighted for the past 1 year, there seems to be not much improvement. You only have like 1 hour bus service by a private company, and Rapid Care only provide this called Rapid On Demand, where they only have 2 shuttle vans, which is actually very limited. Last meeting, when I go back, I have to wait about 3 hours waiting time in order to get one. And actually, there's a potential there. When I met many of these university students, okay, actually they really like to come to this place because they find that this is the nearest so-called happening place for university students. Unfortunately, there are not that much public transport. Perhaps you can consider like what Pavilion Bukit Jalil did last time. They even sponsor a Rapid Care bus for connection to their mall. And it seems that it has actually managed to increase more people to come, because these shuttle vans are not suitable for people who wants to come to shop. There are not enough space to bring those items. So I hope you can really look into that, and also have the more management to correct, for example, the timetable of your bus services already outdated, more than 1 year. I already highlighted, nothing much been done. And you don't have any signages, not just from the mall how to go to Le Meridian, but also there are no signages where to wait for the rapid shuttle van. And actually, this is the largest shopping mall in Malaysia. You should have actually a few bus stop, not just one. Perhaps also one at Le Meridian and one near the exhibition. Because sometimes we only have like 1 or 2 minutes to reach the bus stop. And we're not able to reach in time if we from the other end of the mall. And for today's, I hope that if, let's say, some of us having problem getting the shuttle services, you can assist us with connection to the nearest MRT, since that you are very supportive of ESG initiative, whereby you you would like us to use less, to have a less driving so that we can use a more carpool service. The other thing that I see potential in your mall is that being the largest shopping mall, I think you are expanding with such a big distance, especially for those elderly or those who like to shop and enjoy in your shopping mall. Perhaps you will also want to consider that you have some kind of buddy service or electric scooter to walk around. And with many university students nearby, perhaps you can also do a competition of electric scooter, etc. Okay, so and promoting your shopping mall. Okay, the next one is relating to what the other shareholders mentioned about being a shareholder of a Rakuten. I think it's also relating to you only rewarding shareholders with a direct account. But there are also many beneficial shareholders. Nowadays, there are many competitors. When they open an account, they don't offer you direct account. They offer you nominee account. And I see in your list here, even the major shareholders also, you're having your shares under companies. So actually, there are many beneficial shareholders who are actually not reflected under the name directly, but under nominee. So I hope that you will be more considerate on rewarding beneficial shareholders, not just those who are merely registered shareholders, but also those, although under nominee, but actually they are the real beneficial shareholders and been loyal to the company for years. And you mentioned also that earlier you only rewarding those shareholders, but you also have some shareholders who are quite senior, like our Mr. Chairman Dato' Tan is already 85 years old. Perhaps you can also consider that those shareholders who are reaching 80 years old, etc., that their proxy can be given the token appreciation. Because they're quite elderly, it's not fair for them. It's quite difficult for them to even log in online or come physically. The last part is just on admin matters. Your ROD cutoff date is about 2 weeks' time. Perhaps you can consider a shorter time frame, 1 week, so that more people can get excited and trade on your shares, and you have more liquidity in terms of trading volume, which will help in case your PE ratio went up and you're part of the KLCI component stocks. Lastly, I would like to congratulate for your good hospitality. Quite rare to see that the company secretary will walk among shareholders to ensure that they all attend the meeting on time, and you have the room available 1 hour before. And thank you. Other than having the food pack, you also offer us a free flow of biscuits and teas and coffee, and also having annual reports available for all the shareholders. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for your very valuable suggestion. Yeah. Any other questions?
Morning, Nancy Chairman. My name is Raven So, a shareholder. In fact, thank you this morning for the breakfast, for the food, and I hope that in future next year you have a table for us to sit down to have a proper breakfast. Or instead of sitting down there, no place, don't know where to keep the food, and the small tables are so small, you can have only one person, one table. So I hope next year we can arrange to have proper tables. Okay, and thank you for the food anyway. Thank you for the voucher. And a question I'm going to ask today is, can you tell us the vision of next few years to come? The property market. Property market in the sense that today we are still using manpower, right? In time to come, they're using AI to do the job, and they're going to do fabrication and then piling, stack up. It'll be so fast, and I think that will save a lot of labor costs. So, what do you think of the property market in the next decade or next years to come, next few years to come? What do you think of the market? Question number one, what's the market? What do you think? And secondly is that I saw that you got many accolades about decarbonize, zero carbonizing. That's very good, right? But looking at it, right, if you can help the country to reduce flooding, yeah, through building houses, how are you going to incorporate, this water instead of all the houses going into the drain? You will have a special, maybe a tank, a water tank, something for each houses to contain the water. That means you are helping the government to reduce flooding. But that's another area. Maybe I don't know how you look at it. Maybe you can tell us what is your next move. Another thing is that having this solar paneling now, are you going to add in this solar into your development housing? All right, so far you have done in all your buildings. If you can put that into houses, so the people, the owner do not have to get a contractor to do it. All right, you all factor into the house. And I believe the housing price, I don't know, I believe it will come down, right? Because you're using AI. And secondly, is that most of the people will be jobless by then. Because AI is taking over the industry, whatever they do. So less manpower. So the salary, I think they will be, will go down. And they cannot afford to have the prices today, price tag today. I don't know, this is my thinking lah. But I don't know, what is your view on it? Okay, and another area I'll look at it is, a lot of people will be jobless in that time. Resort hotel will be flourishing. People got a lot of time, all right, don't know what to do, so they go visiting, resort, holidaying, right? So what is your plan for the future? Based on, my thinking lah. So what do you think, all right, for the next few years to come? One more thing I would say is, there's one shareholder mentioned, right? The shares doesn't move, okay? But one thing is that whether the company can do something to gradually improve. Let's say your company is doing well every year, they give very stabilized dividend. So make sure the share also, okay, also measure up to that level. Okay, also together with the director fee increasing, but I also wish that the share price also increase and stabilize it. I mean, if there is, let you say, the market forces, right, but you still have got shareholders fund where you can use it to leverage. If the prices go down, you buy back. If the prices go above that, you can sell and maintain that price. I wonder whether the company can do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think the future of the property sector definitely will be able to leverage more on technologies and AI to reduce the use of manpower in many ways. So company will be looking into that in the future, and we will also be looking to increase looking into ways to reduce the impact on the environment, such as the use of solar panels in our investment properties and also into our housing projects as well.
I think share price is better market, and I think
yes. As for the share price, we will continue to. We can't actually. That one will be determined by the market condition. The management will strive to do is so we will continue to do well in our performances, so that we can reward our shareholders accordingly.
We have an increase of dividend this year.
Yeah. So for this year, we have increased our dividend yield and payout for this year, and we will look to continue that trend in the coming years to come.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Board Director, and ladies and gentlemen. I think about property company. I invested in 2 property company 3 years ago, and the result of what I mean is the return from my share price is totally different. One is 300%, return from the share price. Another one is less than 100%, actually, or not so bad. But I would like to know why these two property companies bought at the same time, and they have a different kind of return, and so much different the return. And I noticed they almost have the same kind of business: property development, hotel, property investment. But the only one different is the other company have a hospital business. Hospital business. So I would suggest for IOI property, maybe we are too rigid in our business model development. We only think about property development, but we never think about other kind of models. Maybe if we try to invest in other kind of models of business, we have a better return. And that's my opinion, and I hope the board of directors can consider future business model for our IOI property. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? If there's no other questions, I shall now declare the Q&A session closed. We sincerely thank all of you for all your questions. We shall now allocate an additional 5 minutes for shareholders who have yet to cast their votes. We expect that it will take another 5 minutes after the conclusion of the voting session for the counting of votes and the validation of the results. So the meeting will resume upon receiving the poll results duly verified by the independent scrutineers. We shall now take 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes countdown to start for you to cast your votes for the resolution tabled at the AGM today. Kindly do so.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for participating in today's meeting and voting procedure. The poll administrator for today's voting is boardroom share registrars, and representatives from the scrutineers will also be present to monitor the polling process. As this is a hybrid meeting, voting will be conducted via an online platform that allows both physical and virtual attendees to cast their votes using their own smartphones or tablets, or at designated polling kiosks if you are unable to use your personal device. Physical attendees should scan the QR code provided on their instruction slip, while virtual attendees may access the meeting and voting platform via the link sent to their registered email. Enter the 12-digit meeting ID shown on your screen to join the meeting. Review and accept the terms and conditions. Log in using your username and password as shown on your instruction slip. To vote, navigate to the voting tab on the left side of the screen, or at the bottom of the screen if you are using a smartphone. The resolutions and voting choices will be displayed. Select your voting direction from the options shown on the screen, for or against. A confirmation message will appear once your vote is received. If you wish to cancel your vote, please press cancel. To change your vote, simply select another direction. If you are unable to use your smartphone or tablet to vote, you may proceed to the polling kiosk area to cast your vote. Present your personalized voting instruction slip with the 2D barcode issued during registration. At the polling kiosk, scan the 2D barcode. Your details, the resolutions, and the voting choices will be displayed on the screen. Select your voting direction from the options shown on the screen, for or against. If you wish to cancel your vote, please press Clear All. To change your vote, simply select another direction. Once you have selected your voting direction, click Next. Your voting summary will appear, and press the Submit button to submit your votes. A confirmation message will appear to show your vote has been received. Voting will commence once the chairman declares the poll open. You may cast your vote at any time until the voting session ends. If you require assistance, for physical attendees you may approach any usher station throughout the venue. while virtual attendees can contact the Boardroom Help Desk at 0378904700 or email us at bsr.helpdesk@boardroomlimited.com. Thank you and have a pleasant day.
Founded on the strong legacy by its founder, the late Tan Sri Dr. Lee Shin Cheng in the mid-1970s, IOI Properties Group has evolved to what it is today. Today, IOI Properties Group stands proudly as a leading property group in Malaysia with a distinguished reputation. The group has consistently ranked among the top 10 developers in Malaysia and Singapore and has received numerous prestigious accolades. With approximately 8,300 acres of land bank, IOI Properties Group's footprint stretches across Malaysia, Singapore, and the People's Republic of China. The strength of the group's operations come from the powerful synergy between its three core business segments: property development, property investment, and hospitality and leisure. Guided by our vision, trusted, our presence continues to etch a legacy of growth, innovation, and excellence, shaping skylines and building communities. Throughout our journey, we have developed remarkable projects and developments, integrated with excellent connectivity and amenities that encourage sustainable living. For 5 decades, the group has created exceptional spaces where people, business, and the environment can thrive together. Down south in Johor, IOI Properties Group garners a notable reputation with a sizable land bank in Kulai, among other integrated developments and projects in the region. In the near future, these townships are anticipated to benefit from the spillover effects of key catalytic initiatives, such as the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone and the expansion of rail network infrastructure across Johor. Over in Singapore, IOI Properties Group has established a remarkable presence with distinguished waterfront projects and developments featuring excellent connectivity within the Republic. In the People's Republic of China, our integrated developments and projects have been designed to rise in harmony with the natural beauty of Xiamen. Additionally, to further diversify and bolster the group's portfolio, we have launched IOI Industrial Parks to meet rising demand for modern industrial facilities. In our property investment segment, our offices and malls have earned multiple awards. we command a net lettable area of 4.43 million square feet of office space across Malaysia, Singapore, and the People's Republic of China. With the completed acquisition of IOI Mall Damansara, the group now proudly owns and operates 4 malls in Malaysia and 1 in the People's Republic of China. The jewel in the crown is IOI City Mall, the largest mall in Malaysia, with a net lettable area of 2.54 million square feet. And in the future, upon the completion of the highly anticipated Phase 3, it is set for an increase to 3.54 million square feet of net lettable area. It is the proud winner of the Retail Category Award for the FEBC Malaysia Property Award 2023, among other prominent awards. In our hospitality and leisure segment, we feature 9 hotels managed by Marriott International, 2 18-hole golf courses, and various leisure businesses. The group boasts 3,075 rooms across its hotels in Malaysia, Singapore, and the People's Republic of China. Our 2 prized 18-hole golf courses in IOI Resort City Putrajaya and Bandar Putra Kulai Johor are meticulously designed with lush green fairways and stunning views, providing a premier golfing experience. Included in our leisure portfolio are IOI Sports Center, IOI City Farm, Icescape Ice Rink, and District 21, all located within IOI City Mall, as well as D36 in IOI Mall Xiamen. In the pipeline, the group will continue to set new benchmarks among its portfolio of flagship developments and projects across Malaysia and Singapore. In the near future, approximately 583 rooms will be added with the completion of W Singapore Marina View, and another luxury resort designated for the newly acquired 9.86-acre parcel of land in Pantai Kok, Langkawi. At IOI Properties Group, we have embedded the pillars of environmental, social, and governance into the core of our business operations. We are committed to safeguarding the environment and creating positive socio-economic impacts within our communities and developments. In our commitment to minimizing our impact on the environment, the group has continuously grown its portfolio of green certified buildings and projects.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Can somebody go out and tell them that we are starting the meeting? Somebody please ask the shareholder to come back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I have received the results of the poll validated by the scrutineer, and we shall now resume the meeting for the declaration of results. The The company secretary will now announce the poll results on my behalf. May I have the poll results on the screen, please?
Thank you, Dr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, the results of the poll for all ordinary resolutions are as follows. Ordinary Resolution 1, 99.6% for, 0.39% against. Ordinary Resolution 2, 96.8% for, 3.12 against. Ordinary Resolution 3, 96.88% for, 3.11% against. Ordinary Resolution 4, 98.09% for, 1.91% against. Ordinary Resolution 5, 98.19% for, 1.80% against. And lastly, the Ordinary Resolution 6, 99.97% for, and 0.02% against. Thank you.
Based on the results of the poll, I hereby declare that all ordinary resolutions for today's meeting are duly carried. With that, I officially declare the 13th AGM concluded. Thank you. Thank you so much.